What's up, everybody, and welcome in to another edition of the Sit Down. As always, if you enjoy this special live video, please make sure you hit that like button. Let me know what you think of today's discussion in the comment section below. If you're new around here, you just haven't done it yet, or you're living on a rock and seeing this video for the first time, I don't know what you're waiting for. Hit that subscribe button below now so you never miss another sit down video. Also, if you're on TikTok, please make sure you go check out the Sit Down Now, where we cover past and present crime. We hope to see you for all the great mob and organized crime content. What's up, everybody? Welcome in. Welcome to the show. It's Monday night, little live stream action. Scheduled this one a couple of days ago, and we got an interesting little quarrel going on right now in the mob genre. We haven't had one of these in a while, but we have one now. Two of the titans in this genre are going back and forth. Who's to blame for all this? Well, I got the side of the story from both of them. And I got to tell you, there's a little bit of a thing going on right now in this genre called being compromised. And every one of you motherfuckers are on that list. So, yeah, sit back, relax, and get ready to go because we're going to have some fun tonight. I'll let you know about what all's going on here. And it all involves two, as I said, of the bigger creators on here, and one sleazy scumbag who might actually be the guy behind it. As always, if you're enjoying our show, we welcome you. Please make sure, if you want to support us further, you hit that super chat icon, little dollar sign at the bottom of the chat box. It's always appreciative. Anybody that contributes to the channel. Check out my latest video on who the real life Sonny from A Bronx Tale might actually be. And I've said it before. I posted it. I've already gotten emails about it. Tomorrow's video that I am dropping, it is a premiere. It is the most personal I've ever gotten on here. I don't talk much about myself on here. I know people get annoyed when I do, but I talk about something that happened to me. I talk about the last year of my life. I get very personal. And look, I'm sure there are certain degenerates that'll use it against me, but you know, for the first time, I was a little bit exposed, if you will. I talked about my personal life. I talked about what happened to me recently. And did the mob actually send me to a mental hospital? Well, you'll have to wait and see. Make sure you check it out tomorrow. I greatly appreciate it. Greatly appreciate it. Without further ado, let's get into tonight's topic. And if you've been keeping track of what's going on in this genre, over the last couple of days, some videos have been going out back and forth, some in response, some to do with a little fight between Mikey Scars and RJ, who have no excuses, and OC SHORTZ. And this, on a subtle level, has been going on for a while. There's definitely some bad blood between these guys. I think I know what it has to do with, and I'm going to talk about that. But I want to start out what happened here. About a week ago, OC SHORTZ, who has a channel, he's one of the bigger content creators in the mob genre, does a lot of history content. He put out a video about Mikey Scars wearing a wire, which in the video he insinuated that Mikey Scars wore a wire against Frank Cali, who, as we know, a couple of years ago was whacked by that crazy guy in front of his house. And Mikey Scars and RJ responded with, wait, hold on. You put no context. Mikey Scars did not put Frank Cali in prison. And that is truthful. Frank Cali was not put in prison because of our Mikey Scars. Frank Cali went to prison nearly a decade later. And they weren't happy with the way OC SHORTZ was portraying Michael. So barbs happened. And now response videos are being put out there. RJ got a little personal with OC SHORTZ. I'm just going to say it straight out. I don't think OC SHORTZ likes RJ. I'm going to just straight up say it. I think they think it has something to do with Gravano putting OC SHORTZ up to this. And I'll talk about that. But I think if you look a little bit deeper, and again, I am not compromised here. I have no, I will say if OC SHORTZ is in the wrong, I'll say if RJ is in the wrong. I will say one thing. It seems like OC SHORTZ doesn't like RJ. Now, OC SHORTZ claimed to me that he has no issue with RJ. And I think this goes back to when Michael and RJ started doing the show. They didn't interview with anyone. They didn't put out any content with anyone. They just did some videos on YouTube, and then went to Patreon, which again, that's their prerogative. It's their intellectual property, and they're allowed to do it wherever they want. A lot of the creators on here, a lot of the mob guys, they become diluted in this genre because they go on any platform that will have them. And what happens is you give your story to everyone else and you get nothing out of it, right? So why go and tell the story on Vlad TV when he's going to pay you a pittance of money when you can just build up a community? There's one thing that people need to understand when you do videos, when you do content. Today, people just assume that you put videos out and people are going to watch them. You have to build an audience. Once you build an audience, the money, all the other stuff will come. But a lot of people don't realize you have to build your own community, your own audience. And that's exactly what those guys did. And I think when I'm looking at it, an outsider, because for once, I'm not involved in the drama. I'm just an outsider looking in. I see a guy in OC SHORTZ who I think at the time felt like, I got a big channel. I'm doing a lot of big videos. Why won't they come on with me? Or why won't he come on with me? And I think, be that as it may, maybe he got a little upset that he didn't come on, and so be it, whatever. Again, I don't think Sammy put him up to this video. It's possible, but I don't think Sammy would even think that far. Like, I don't think he's that smart with it. I think in this case, OC SHORTZ has picked at them for a while. He's done a few videos on them, or particularly on Michael. And I guess my question to OC SHORTZ, and I think the question that a lot of people have, and this is where I'm going to get into the compromised individuals section of this show. What does that mean exactly? So Michael has OC SHORTZ has no problem doing videos in anything related to Mikey Scars, yet he has not done one video that will put Sammy Gravano in a negative light. He's never talked about Alan Kaiser. He's never done a video on how many people Sammy put away. What about the killing his brother-in-law? What about all that stuff? And I think people are looking at OC SHORTZ and saying, well, maybe you're a little compromised. Maybe Sammy's putting you up to this. Maybe you're not talking about certain things. Because, OC, here's the problem you have. I'm the one individual in this genre that knows how they work over at Sammy Gravano Productions. Okay, before you were with Sammy, they talked to me about doing that. They had me sign an NDA. Wanted me to sign an NDA. And you know what they wanted over everything at Sammy Gravano Productions? You know what they wanted from me? Loyalty. Sammy still thinks he's in the mafia, and he believes you have to be loyal to him, and you cannot say anything that will go against them. I still remember when I interviewed Sammy Gravano, a week or so later, she contacted me, one of the people there, and she said to me, Jeff, she goes, you keep calling Sammy a rat. Why do you keep doing that? I said, come again? She said, you keep calling him a rat. He's not a rat. He's a government witness. He did a good thing here. You need to either be on the team or not. We need your loyalty. And I said, I don't work for you. I know that when you work with Sammy, you're not going to say things that are negative. And that would be meaning you are compromised. You have an agenda. Everyone in this genre has it. RJ has an agenda with Michael. James Proctor has an agenda with Angel Gotti. Whether he wants to admit it or not, he knows damn well he does. And if he gets upset, so be it. It's no disrespect. I am the only person in this genre that is not compromised. I will talk about anybody. Joey Merlino, Angel Gotti, John Gotti Jr., Sammy Gravano, Michael Franzese. I don't care. I don't work for any of these people, and I will always never be compromised. So I'll ask James Proctor, if you're not compromised, why don't you do a story on the grandson getting arrested? Come on, it was a huge story. You see how many views I got? Come on, bro. There's a reason why you didn't do that video. There's a reason why OC SHORTZ hasn't done a video on Sammy Gravano, how many people he's put away. All these people are compromised. They all mean well, but they're compromised. They have agendas. They want to grow what they're doing. I get it. But you know why I don't work and do stuff with Sammy? Because I don't want to be, he is not someone I want to be loyal to. I don't want to support someone like that. I don't want to put what I do on this channel in the hands of him. This channel works best when you're able to do videos on whatever you want. I don't like the mafia. I don't dislike the mafia. I just talk about some of the bad shit they do. I don't have any agenda to it. As much as people think I do, I don't have an agenda. I don't not like anybody on here. I just call it like it is, and I try to tell the truth. But I think a lot of people have looked at OC SHORTZ and said, why aren't you outing some of the things that Sammy's done? But you're quick to do it with other people. And I think that's where people wonder, is he being put up to this? We know Sammy Gravano doesn't like Mikey Scars. And we all know that. We know Mikey Scars doesn't like Sammy Gravano. You know, look, have they done a lot of videos in Sammy? Yeah, but it's their prerogative. They can do whatever they want. But I know how they work over there with Sammy. If you're not a get down or lay down kind of guy, they're not going to work with you. Do you think that they would ever work with OC SHORTZ if he did a video talking about how many people Sammy put away in his life? No shot. No shot. They told me straight up, you need to be loyal to what we're doing here. And if you're not, we don't want to work with you. Now, I guarantee if they'd have known what they know now, he never would have spoke to me. So that's just the truth with that. Before I continue my discussion, I want to tell you about a new partnership I have. Yes, it's a new one. And I want to shout out my friends. And I want to shout out a guy who I've done videos on, Michael Franzese. He sent me some of his new wine. Look at that bottle. Look at that bottle. Very nice, isn't it? It is called Michael Franzese, a Rennie wine, a product of Armenia, an offer you cannot refuse. Keep in mind, wine experts put this on the 94 scale. It's up on the level of $50 or $100 wine. I've tried it. It's really good. It goes great with a nice Italian meal. Maybe go out with your wife or your husband. If you go to a dinner party, you got to have some of this in your collection. I urge you, go check it out right now. In fact, it's only about $30. Go get a bottle of wine. Go get a bottle of Michael Franzese wine, Franzese Wines. It's a new venture. And tell them we sent you. Tell them the Sitdown sent you. You can actually, if you're in the states of New Jersey, Michigan, Illinois, Ohio, California, you can actually go buy it in stores. It's a great red wine, a Pinot Noir, if you will. But you can also buy it online, and you can ship it right to your door. So you'll get it within a few days. I'm going to crack a bottle soon. We'll try some on stream. I've already drank some of it, but it is really good. It's got a nice punchy taste to it. I really like it. I'm a red wine guy. Occasionally I'll drink some red wine. Go check it out. Buy it online now. FranzesWine.com. Shipped directly to your door. Let's get back to what we're talking about. I think, again, someone saying OC's kissing Sammy's ass. Well, of course he is, but that's what you have to do when you work with a partner. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that, though. Like, I again, do you think RJ doesn't do that? RJ's never going to say anything negative of Mikey. There's nothing. Of course he's not. That's his partner. RJ's my friend. I'm not going to talk negatively about him. But if he does something truly stupid, I'm going to say something about it. I want to, though, also say this. OC SHORTZ is a good researcher. He does a lot of great videos. That is something that speaks for itself. That said, there were some elementary school things in that video that I feel like he should know. Like John Rizzo was never on the Gambino hierarchy, ever. Like, I don't know. Like, I feel like any regular researcher would know that. But look, again, I don't think Sammy put him up to him. I truly believe, as a fair person who sees it from the outside, I just don't think he likes RJ. I think he is kind of irritated by what they're doing. And he's done a few videos about it. That's just my opinion to it. Is Sammy to blame? I don't think he's to blame, but I think he is to blame as to why certain videos are done. If that makes sense. I'm always, though, going to not be a compromised person on here. And if I said you're compromised and you don't feel that you are, then I guess my question to you would be, why don't you do certain videos? Have you ever seen me not do a video relating to this world? You don't think it upsets people? But I don't work for them. I'm not here to make them happy. If you pay my bills, then you can tell me what to do. You don't think, I mean, this is just the truth. You don't think that I could sit on my knees like some of these people do and kiss Joey Molino's ass? You don't think I could do that? I lived in the neighborhood. I've known Joe Perry for years. I've known all of Joey's friends for years. I talked to Joey 5 years ago. You don't think I could do that? I could probably have gotten an interview a while ago. But again, he's been very upset with me. And I've done things that people would never think I do. You know, when Joey's in the right, I'll mention it. When he's in the wrong, I'll mention it. He was definitely way in the wrong when it came to like Sonny Franzese. That was way out of line. Some of his behavior is way out of line. But like if someone comes on here and calls him a chomo, like someone did, I'm going to speak out. You're not going to do that on this channel. It wouldn't matter if I liked you or not. If you don't have proof of stuff like that, you shouldn't say it. I will not compromise myself as a person that does this. I'm not doing it for anybody. Scott Bernstein. Everybody knows me and Scott were friends at one point. I'm no longer friends with Scott. I don't talk to Scott. I have no interest in talking to Scott. I don't like the kind of things he does. I just think it's wrong. I've said it before and I'll say it again. I think there's a lot of questionable things he's done recently. It's just my opinion. I wish him all the best. I hope he has 7,000 more really good books. And I heard him make a crack at me recently about if I don't give him credit for video. Yes, Scott, you're right. If you don't give me credit for video that I fucking created, yeah, you're right. And you did that with the Joe Messino thing. And that's where it really pissed me off. I did the heavy lifting in that fucking video. I spoke to one of Joey Messino's close relatives, and you had to piggyback and say, we co-reported? You didn't co-report shit. So I'm going to stand on what I have to stand on. That's just the truth. I'm always going to stand on it. And I'm the only person on here that will do that. The only one. Victor V says, you want compromise? How's this? 20 years in the can. I wanted manicotti, but I compromised. I ate grilled cheese off the radiator. 20 years in the can. I wanted to fuck a woman. I jacked off into a tissue. One of the best characters in the history of television is Phil. Straight up. Michael calls out Sammy's bullshit. He does. That is one thing they do on that channel, for sure. I've been following this situation. I'm not sure what you mean. I have no idea. Can you put the name of in the chat of the wine I don't drink, but wife will like a glass for dinner? Yeah, I did. You can just go get it right now, my friend, at frenzieswine.com. Frenzieswine.com. Like I said, only about $30. Super cheap. And I think any woman will like it. Any person that loves red wine, I think you'll really enjoy it. I dropped it in the chat there, Skoogel. My grandma brought some of that Frenzies wine. I had to explain who he was. Okay. Yeah. I mean, I don't think people have much of an issue with it. You know, he's trying to change who he is. You know, I left a message a while back warning OC not to work with Sammy. Well, listen, I'll tell you why he's working with Sammy. He's not a dumb guy. He's just like me. You want to grow what you're doing. That's just the truth. And Sammy's a guy who still is compelling, right? Gene is still compelling. You know, Gene, regardless of what you think of him, when you do what we do, getting him on your show, you're going to get views out of that, right? It's like the word Gotti. You're going to get views out of that. That said, at this point with Sammy, I'm not sure what else you can do. Now, I will say, and I've said this before, I think OC SHORTZ has done some pretty compelling videos, ones that I've never seen anyone do with Sammy. You know, asking about different captains, you know, that we've, you know, wanted to know about or whatever. Like, that's interesting. But I think at this point, Sammy Gravano is definitely damaged goods. He's definitely a vile guy. Look, 2-3 years ago, you interview him, you know, that's, you know, still something that's respectable, I guess. And listen, you can't knock Sammy Gravano when it comes to this world, he's a high level guy, right? I mean, there's no secret there, but You also have to then do what he says, and I think that's where it can compromise a little bit of what you're doing. Because I guess regardless of what OC Short says, there's just certain videos he's not going to do because he works with Sammy. Stylianos Gianoidis. OC is by far the most accomplished and talented researchers in this genre. I don't consider his video a hit piece. He is by far the most accomplished. Well, okay. I mean, that's your opinion. The most accomplished person in this genre is me. It's that simple. There is no one that has a TikTok with 208,000 followers where I talk about the mafia. No one has done that. Straight up. No one has interviewed the type of people I have. And you're right on this level. If OC Shorts and I left this genre would fucking crumble. There would be no more mob genre. It's just that simple. That's a fact. That's a fact. And he is, as far as mafia history, absolutely correct, Stylianos. I think him and I do different things at this point. I do a lot more of like the current stuff, the last 20 years. He's a lot more with the history sort of thing. But I think absolutely. As far as it being a hit piece, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. You know, he does videos where I think overrates the intelligence sometimes of some of the people watching his video. What I've learned in this genre is you can't assume that people are going to just look at it as a hypothetical or a philosophical discussion. People don't do that in this genre. If I put a video out where I make a strong case that Anthony Center and Joey Testa, maybe it's possible that they talk to get out of prison. Is it that hard to believe? No. It's a fucking hypothetical. It's a wonder what happened. People immediately jump to, like when he did that Angelo Prisco video. I know what he was trying to do there. But these people, a lot of the people that watch these videos, they're not smart enough to understand what he's actually trying to do. They're just going to hear the words Angelo Prisco, rat. That's all they're going to hear. They're not going to hear anything of merit that you told us. And that's where I think he's too smart for his own good sometimes. And so am I. Because I think you assume that a lot of people will understand the argument you're trying to make, but people just hear what they want to hear. That's sadly part of media nowadays. You know how many videos I do where like I'll say something and someone will get into the comment section and state it. It's like, did you watch the video? Did you just not listen? Like, what happened here? You know? So I don't know. I think it's hard to do this. And I think, you know, he's a smart guy. He's an intelligent guy. I think he just puts a lot more belief in his audience is going to buy into something. And when in reality, they don't. They just listen to hear what they want to hear. OC Shorts doesn't do lives to answer for things he puts out, but I've seen him have words with people on his videos. And that's another thing. And I think for him, and I'm not going to critique him, he's liable to do whatever he wants. But I think his lack of collaboration, and it's not just with me, Kamala Harris and Donald Trump collaborate on things, and they hate each other. You, I believe, have a duty to collaborate with other people. And I think even collaborating with your audience, that's where I think he has definitely hurt himself a little bit. People want to know stuff about you. You know, people are curious about you. And I think, you know, I never understood that about him. You know, I don't get it personally. That said, there's also a lot of regret I have with doing lives too. So I can understand why he doesn't as well. I think in this case, this would have been a great time for him to schedule a live, you know, on a Tuesday night, and it'd be his first live. You know, like he'd get a ton of people in there, and maybe do it once a month. You know, I've never seen a creator so private. I haven't truly. Literally everyone does them. You know, it's I think it's just, you know, and maybe he'll change his tune on that. But I mean, obviously you want to speak about it, you know, why not speak about it, you know? I guess that's kind of my opinion. I'm really surprised Michael didn't take the high road on this and not let it rent as much headspace as it is. He seems too sharp to react like he is. Could be RJ pushing now. What do you mean? I mean, to be honest, I don't know. I mean, if Let me ask you something, Godfather. If someone said that look, we know how this genre works, though. Like, if someone says something about someone, they're going to respond to it. And I think a lot of this has gotten to a head on both sides. Again, I don't think OC Shorts likes RJ. I just don't. And I don't think that they really like some of the videos he's put out. And they've had words about this before. Our OC Shorts did a video months ago about the 80 people Michael put away that he said. They responded to that. So this has been kind of back and forth for a while. I think it's easy for a lot of people that don't do this to say, well, just take the high road. Why? I mean, this is the mob genre. We're talking about mob stuff. Like, what would taking the high road do? I hate that whole like rent space and something. Like, first of all, Godfather, there's no creator on here that will lose a second of sleep over comments from people. It just won't happen. I know some of you think you have that power, but you don't. That said, I think we all look at certain creators as a certain level, and like if they say something, like if Michael Franzese says something about me, what do you think? I'm just gonna not say something back? I think some people don't realize like how you grow. Like you generally go at people above you, right? Like some of these stupid creators that say my name occasionally, I'm never gonna acknowledge they exist. Doesn't benefit me at all. But I always remember anytime Dave Portnoy would mention my name. I remember there was a one time Dave Portnoy said I was the stupidest person on the face of the planet. He has 3 million followers. What do you think? I'm just going to sit there and pretend it didn't happen? No, I'm going to go with that motherfucker. I'm going back at him. Dave Portnoy called me a selfish pig in the front of the New York Post. He said Jeff Nadu is a selfish pig. What am I going to sit here and acknowledge it didn't happen? No, it's going to help me. Here's what I'll tell some guys, and I mean no disrespect. Let the content creators do what they do. Let us cook, as they say. Compromise in a situation is fine, but compromising yourself is an entirely different thing. Well said. Well said. Put the link up. What link are you talking about? I'm not sure what you mean. I put the Frenzies wine thing up. It's in the chat. What's up, Buick? What's going on, man? Thanks everybody for watching. I greatly appreciate it as always. If you have a comment, you have a question, you'd like to address something, feel free to ask it in the chat. Enjoy doing these lives. It's crazy how Sammy's like 100 years old and he still thinks he's in the mafia. Yeah, by the way, did anyone see that weird live he did today where he talked about cigars being thick and you would have to be gay to smoke them? Why is everything always gay with him? Did you guys see that? Bizarre. It was a bizarre live, really bizarre. I saw he was at the Trump rally too. I'm going to guess Trump doesn't exactly want him talking on camera about supporting him. I'm surprised no one's picked that up yet, that he's at his rally supporting him. Do I remember Frank Rizzo? He was before my time, but I mean, I know of who he was. I know like from the history who he was. Absolutely. Yeah, he was a crazy guy for sure. And I will say, like, when it comes to like these back and forths, there's a lot that goes on behind the scenes, like a lot of shit. You know, you have some of these creators who they will say one thing to you and then they'll do a show about something totally different. Now, I'm sure certain people I mentioned tonight are going to not take kindly that I said they're compromised. They are. There's nothing wrong with it. There are a lot of creators that don't do videos about certain people on here. They want to curry favor with them. That's just the truth. I'm sorry. Angel, a lot of people don't do videos about certain things. They want to appease her. There's nothing wrong with that. If you're her friend, you shouldn't do that. But I'm a mob content creator. The name Gotti is really synonymous with organized crime. And like, I'm not going to push like videos out that are like bullshit, but I'm going to bring things up that are germane to a discussion, you know? And I know she paints me as this really awful person, but I don't do anything different than anyone else, you know, no different than Capisci or OC Shorts or anybody. All right. J2 Times says 2006. OC Shorts constantly puts out great stuff. RJ seems like he is bitter or jealous of OC, but hey, I could be totally wrong. I don't know any of these guys personally. Well, listen, I know RJ personally. He's a friend. He lives 5 minutes from me. We go out, we have dinner, we go out and get drinks, we pop bottles. OC is a guy I've never met. I just know him from on here. I've talked to him, over WhatsApp, things like that. RJ is a guy who is super intelligent. He's super he does a lot of things you don't know that he's doing. As far as him being bitter, I don't believe that. Um, Contrary to what a lot of people think, those guys make a lot of money on Patreon. And let me tell you, as somebody that sells stuff, I mean, I have a pick service for college football and college basketball and the NFL. It is really hard to get people to pay you stuff for something. And those guys have 1,000 plus people paying them every month. That is super hard. No one's done that in this genre, dude. Like, no one. I haven't even done that. I think anybody that can A, build an audience, and then B, get them to pay you monthly, that's talent. And that's something that I don't even have. Just like I said, no one has TikTok and gets, thousands of dollars from that by putting out stories. I have a podcast. Very few people have that. But those guys have a Patreon. They have money coming in, thousands of dollars every month to just talk about their experiences. So I do think you're wrong in that sense. I think they're both talented people. That said, I mean, and it's not just him. I mean, my views have dropped. All of our views have dropped. But I think OC, when working with Sammy, I think the goal was to get better numbers. Like we all do it. I interview people. The goal is to get numbers. I'm not on here for my sleep. I'm on here to make money. I'm on here to teach people shit, All right. Jeff, what's up? What happened to the Jerome Finnegan interview? Are you still planning on doing it? I actually had to pull it down. The sound was really bad on it. I might do it again at some point. Maybe in a few months. Jerry's a great guy, former corrupt cop from Chicago. But unfortunately, the audio just didn't come through the way I wanted it to. And before I knew it, the interview was over and it was too late. Do I believe that Sammy Gravano is a Christian? No, I don't. I don't think a person with that level of depravity in their life could be a Christian. If he is trying to be, good for him. And who am I to judge? As far as do I believe he's a Christian? No, I don't. All right. OC Shorts put out great content, but you guys do too. I have my favorites. And right now, Jeff and OC are great. Well, thank you, my man. I appreciate that. What's up, Justin? What's up, Gennaro Boots? How are you? Where you been, buddy? Haven't seen you in a while. I just watched OC Shorts' video on Michael and the Wire. I couldn't put my finger on it, but the video seemed off. Then I asked around and got an answer. And they believe that the video was false. Now, what would be cool is if I could get OC Shorts to come on here and explain. Unfortunately, though, he will not come on here. And it's not that he doesn't like me. Him and I have a fine relationship. I don't know why he won't do a live show. I have no idea. I can't answer that. Maybe that's something he'll answer. I don't know why he doesn't do interviews with people. I'm not sure. I asked him, and he told me that he's just not that interesting. Maybe someday, but why he doesn't do lives once in a while, I have no idea. I can't answer that. This genre is messed up. It's no different than any other one. They're all the same. Thank you, Pedro. That's very nice of you. I'll try. I appreciate that. I'll tell you what, guys, I'm really putting myself on Front Street tomorrow with that video I'm putting out. I dealt with the wildest experience, a video that you won't believe. The experience was crazy. But I'll tell you when I tell you, it was a great experience in the end, and it taught me a whole hell of a lot about life. So make sure you check that out. Tomorrow it'll be debuting 3:00. Scoot Joan, even if OC Shorts would do a premiere and just answer live in the chat, it would have been good. I like RJ, smart guy. Yeah, I think people are curious about him, I guess, and it would have been cool to at least ask him about this directly. I like that OC Shorts stays out of drama. Well, he's not though. He's in the comment section and talking about drama. Like, guys, I'm sorry, but this Justin, I love you, but I hate this comment. I hate it. What does that even mean? The world is drama. Everything we see is drama. Drama is interesting. Controversy sells. And if we didn't believe that, we wouldn't give a shit. I love you, Justin, and I'm not calling you out. I just hate this comment. Why don't you stay out of the drama? Because it's interesting. That's why. Find me someone on here, truly, that doesn't go involve themselves in drama. And if you're going to say him, you would be wrong. Because let me tell you something. And this is one thing about OC SHORTZ. I do have a bone to pick with him. There was a certain content creator, and I'm cool with this guy now, but it's no secret. There were certain content creators a long time ago saying that I bought subscribers. Okay. It's insane. It's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. It's people that aren't successful, so they tear other people down. And at one point, that's what it was. OC SHORTZ was in those chats. This is a guy who never. Why was he in that chat? He knows why. Everybody likes drama. There's a reason reality TV is so popular. There's a reason Howard Stern was the biggest radio guy ever. Controversy. Nobody cares about boring ass shit. People want a little drama. They want a little spice. Well, good. You should. So there you go. Mr. J. Makes sense. Hi from Howard Beach. What's up, Vinny B? That Bull 19 shirt rubs you the wrong way. Well, it rubs a lot of people the wrong way. It's depraved. It's very, very, very depraved. Oh, look at this. Raul Ferro, $99.99. Always coming through. By the way, where are the donations tonight? Well, then again, I don't want to ask for donations because then I'll be a beggar. No, if you'd like to support the channel, please do hit that little $sign bottom of the chat. $99.99. My man Raul, he says that is true. You left Jeff, the whole thing cracks and crumbles. It cracks and crumbles. Keep it going. Not for nothing. A lot of prima donnas in the social media thing. I get what you mean. Yeah. Listen, I don't want to call it, but listen, if OC SHORTZ leaves, we all depend on each other. Like, for instance, OC puts a video out. Those videos on the side, the up next videos, it's maybe my video or John Panisi's video or RJ's video. Like, we all need that ecosystem. We all benefit from each other. Proctor, he benefits from me. I benefit from him. He benefits from OC. Like, everybody benefits. So if one or two video creators leave, well, now it's going to be really hard because there's not a lot of people doing this. Any publicity is good publicity. Well said. Well said, Justin. Well said. I saw Dave Portnoy in my town. I thought he was eating pizza. He was just some dude eating pizza. Well, yeah, he does that a lot. He's always eating pizza somewhere. What's up, Nab Costello? Thank you for watching. Because Sammy is gay. He always talks about gay stuff. Is it maybe that he's gay? Maybe. Martin Jenkins, how are you? Thank you for watching. Hello. Welcome. Cynthia A. What's up, Cynthia A? How are you, love? Nice to see you. I think Sammy is a Fruit Loop. Okay. Thank you. That Jacob Stoops does a lot of research. I won't say his show's name in your chat. I don't even know who that is. Well, say his name. We don't mind. Best mayor Philly ever had. Yeah, I wouldn't know. I wasn't alive. Brian Whalen. What's up, Brian Whalen? That is a Roy Cohen. That is a frightening avatar of Roy Cohen there. By the way, over 400 people watching. Not as good as we usually have in here, but thank you nonetheless. If you enjoy what we're doing, please say hello in the chat box. Mr. 40 Scratch is I'm from Chicago, tough guy. All right. Thank you. Avenue U Sorry, Av Unit. Is Gene Borrello still beating people on his book? He DM'd me to buy his book and never sent it to me. Yeah, you'd have to take that up with him. It's got nothing to do with me. I wonder if Sammy had Jack Russo whacked. Of course he did. Of course he did. Does Harold Daggett have ties to LCN? Yes, I've done a video on that. Check out my TikTok. It's also on my shorts. Yes, I did a video on that over a week ago. And yes, he does. Actually, I did a video 2 weeks ago on how the mob makes money, and I talked about Howard Daggett at length. It's past my bedtime, but I like your show. Well, thank you for staying up with us. Gene Borrello beat me for $40. Listen, sorry, man. I don't know what you want me to tell you. Unfortunately, I don't handle Gene Borrello's money in day to day. By the way, though, Gene does live in Tampa. Hopefully he's safe. And if you are in Florida, please heed the warnings and get out. If you're on the west coast of Florida, this storm is going to be very bad. Please heed the warnings and get the hell out. I really don't think Michael was wearing a wire. Well, no, he was for sure. But it didn't put Francesco Cali away. All right. Teddy DiPretorio helped Gene's book. He's the guy. I don't even know what you're talking about. I don't know how. I don't know. Seems like the real mob wars are between these genres. Well, that's where the new mob war is waged, on the internet. They also sat in jail half their life. Who are you talking about? Mikey and RJ's show is top shelf, worth a Patreon subscription, in my opinion, says Agostino. I agree. It's very good. Michael Greco, would you interview Chris Colombo? I already have. You might be new. Maybe you didn't know. Yes, I've already interviewed Chris. I interviewed him over a year ago at this point. I remember because he was always very kind and asking me about my dad. I remember. I interviewed Chris maybe 13, 14 months ago. Do I think he was an important figure in the mob? No. His father was. But no, Chris, I think Chris will tell you he was just a bookmaker, you know? I like Mikey Scars, but I don't agree with his stat that wearing a wire is no different than sitting on the stand and ratting someone out. His statement. Okay. Yeah, I would agree with you. I don't think it's the same. It's definitely coercive, if you will, to do that. But unfortunately, people that flip don't have a say. You have to kind of do. And this was one of the challenges I had with Louis Casman. Louis Casman did not want to admit that he did certain things. And certain people have done it as well. Certain people make excuses. Calandra does it. Certain other people do it. But as far as Mikey, here's why I think you're wrong. I don't think there's no one more kind of out front as to what they did than DiLeonardo. Like, he's pretty steadfast. He's, as they say, he doesn't make any excuses. So I don't. He's not a guy that I don't think tries to hide much of anything. Yeah, I think as you should. What is my opinion on the Menendez brothers? Do I think they'll go free? I don't think they'll go free, but I definitely think a lot of awareness is being brought to their case for sure. And people are going to make up their mind about that case. In my opinion, I think they were abused by their father. Are they? I don't know. It's really just an opinion. But do I think they'll go free? No. I mean, they're in jail for murder. So, I mean, we don't want to come out as, look, if they didn't do it, then yeah, they should get out. But the awareness is being brought. Do I think they'll get out? No. Liberty, what's going on? RJ didn't seem too happy with OC SHORTZ. No, he didn't. Look, again, I don't think there's any love lost between those two. They're not big fans of each other. They're both very talented people. They both make money doing this. And it's two, like, titans, if you will, going at each other. And it's two guys that don't normally do that. And listen, OC's hasn't really did it at all, quite honestly. Will he? I don't think. I think this is the last we're going to hear from it, to be fair. It would have been interesting, though, to hear OC talk about it, but he doesn't do that. Drama sells. Absolutely, it does. Dan Tundis, what's going on, Dan? Thank you for watching. OC SHORTZ ruined his legacy with Sammy. I don't know about that. I think he has some great videos. I've said before, I think he has some great videos. A lot of people have great videos. John Panisi has great videos. John Panisi says his channel is being sabotaged. I think that's crazy. It hasn't ruined his legacy, though. He wore the wire, but it wasn't meant to be Frankie that turned up. It was meant to be John Riggy. The fans wanted Mikey to get on tape, I think. Yeah, and as I said, I would go check out the video. You can watch both of them. I remember the whole brought subscriber thing. Oh God, yeah, it's such a stupid thing. I still hear it. Oh, he bought subs. Yeah, I bought subs. Don't you think I'd have bought like hundreds of thousands of them if I was going to do it? If you know me too, like you would know that like this was just a hobby. Like I don't care that much, and I do this to make money. So like, why would I do that? It would completely destroy my channel. It does suck though for those people because boy, have they really got egg on their face now. It's like I have 81K now. It's like I'm still here 3 years later. I have like 25 million views. I mean, and also like I have so many videos that don't have that many views. Like. By the way, am I that rich too? Like I have that much money to just carelessly buy views all the time? And would I have to buy watch time and all that other stuff too? But that's what people do now. They just say shit with no backing. There's no proof at all that ever happened. But did I ever get an apology? Of course not. Hey, Jeff, sorry we completely tried to upend your business and completely destroy you in the content world, but it's all right. Just get over it. Who do I have in the Monday Night Football game? I don't have anybody. I was leaning towards the Chiefs, but I didn't bet the game. I'm just saying I respect OC SHORTZ being more private. I'm not knocking anyone for being more public and in the mix. It's just the way it is here, I guess. Yeah, 100%. 100%. All right. Leo Carry on $10. Content is always on point. Thanks, Chef. Thank you, Leon. Leo, that's very nice of you. Thank you for the support, the continued support. I appreciate that. Standing on business with Eric Foss says Sammy is definitely fruity. He does talk a lot about gay stuff. Salute to you as well. Roy Cohen was pretty funny, LOL. He's an interesting looking character. Jessup Thibodeau, does Gene still do content? Yeah, he does interviews like everywhere. So does he have a channel? No. Jeff, how dangerous do you think Sammy was compared to other mobsters? Compared to like who? Like DeMeo and Casso? Not dangerous at all. Sammy, didn't kill anyone. He killed one person. And he may have killed a child. But other than that, he didn't kill anybody. I mean, he was no more dangerous than any other mobster. I mean, they all killed people or had people killed. But Sammy didn't actually kill anyone other than Joseph Colucci. And that was super early in his mob career. By the way, I saw him trying to push that Joey Gallo story to Johnny Mitchell, who is dumb enough to believe him. Johnny Mitchell is a bigger phony than Sammy is. So not that Sammy's a phony. We know that he definitely was the underboss of the Gambino family, but he didn't kill Joey Gallo. He pushed that story on my show. He tried to say that the Colombo family sent him to kill Joey Gallo. RJ was not happy. No, he wasn't. Skinny Guinea, $5. Thank you, Skinny Guinea. I appreciate your support, my man. Thank you for always showing love to us, man. Jeff, I just read on Capici's website that the West Side is pumping you up as the new consigliere. As of right now, what do you have to say to that? That's untrue. I'm not in the mafia. I've not seen that. Though, guess what? I'm working on. I know who the underboss of the Gambino crime family is. And let's just say you would be shocked if you knew. I'm not going to put it out there yet because I'm still getting more info on it. But If I told you who it was, you would be surprised. Very surprised. All right. I'm going to read this comment because it's such a random thing. I have no idea where this is coming from. I buy subs from Penn Station, Firehouse, and Subway. Why are you telling us that? It makes me hungry, though. Oh, I get it now. You're talking about buying subscriber. Good one, JJ. Good one. I buy subs too. I don't buy them from those places, but Jersey Mike's. Thank you, Eric Foss. You know, Eric Foss, I was thinking about you recently. We gotta have dinner, man. We know we talked about it, but we gotta finally do that. You're not even that far away. Um, just here for the entertainment. Vinny Suits. Thank you, Vinny Suits. I love that broad that sits off camera with Sammy and helps him remember names. Ha ha ha. Yeah, yes. I've spoke to her before. I have the Saints probably went outright. Well, they're struggling right now. They're down 11. So, and I believe uh, Patrick Mahomes just threw an interception. So maybe they'll get right back into the game. We'll see. I didn't bet this game. My big play yesterday was on the Houston Texans. Cynthia A, $10. Thanks, babe. I appreciate that. Salute, Jeff. Drama does so. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. And thank you for the $10. You're very kind. Thank you for the support. Jeff, that Jacobs show is the Gangland podcast. It used to be members only. I believe he changed the name for some reason. The Gangland. Let me take a look here. I'm gonna go to YouTube. The Gangland podcast. The Gangland podcast. I've never heard of that. The Gangland History podcast. Is that what you're talking about? Yeah, the Gangland History podcast. Uh, yeah, he doesn't do videos that often. Oh, I've seen this guy before. Yeah, I've seen this guy. He did a video on the um the mob in Colorado I watched once. It's pretty good. One of my neighbors is from Colorado, and she talks to me all the time about the Smaldone crime family. Yeah, I've seen that guy. I've seen that guy. I didn't even know he was still doing videos, actually. Is Derrick Henry the MVP so far? No, no, God, no. I mean, he's playing very well, but he's not the MVP. No. No, I would say the MVP in the NFL right now, probably. I mean, I'd probably go Mahomes is right up there. Lamar is playing really well. Jaden Daniels, I don't think he's that far off. He won't win, but I would say no one's really made themselves known. I mean, it's too early though. It's too early. I would say Lamar's probably right up there. Um, Jaden Daniels, Sam Darnold's been very good. Um, G Mon says, Jeff, all I need is one lock, buddy. 3 mil with my pension every month. I'll be straight. Well, listen, dude, I don't think you should be betting money you don't have. But again, I talk about college football on a regular basis. So, come aboard, come support what I'm doing. Jay Cosenza, what's going on? I saw you asked a question to Jay Cosenza earlier. You were in that earlier. I hate Johnny Mitchell. Yeah, he's a clown. He's a goof. That was Johnny Mitchell at the Raven. Yeah, who was that guy? By the way, I'm bringing that up on the screen. I saw that I was watching Get Gotti, and like I'm trying to figure out. I even asked Mikey Scars. I'm like, "Yo, have you ever seen this dude?" He's like, "No, I have no idea who that is." Hang on a second. Let me show you guys this. Who is this guy? Who is that guy? He's just in the Ravenite door. It's like, who is that guy? Like, he is not a mob guy. Who is that guy? And obviously, as usual, it's like a bunch of like stupid answers, but like, who is that guy? I'm super curious. I'm super curious. So yeah, if anybody knows, please tell me. All right. I wonder if mob guys watch these shows. They absolutely do. They absolutely do. Gene Gotti's the underboss? Maybe. Maybe not. Some of them watch these shows. Some are fans and others are haters. I think most of them are happy. They tell their girlfriend, "You see, he was talking about us today. That guy was talking about us today." I know they watch because they've contacted me through attorneys and they're not happy with what I say. Jersey Mike's is pretty good. It's very good. How much time will Carmine Gotti get, if any? Oh, he's definitely going to get time. I said 48 months. We'll see. I did see that his mother claimed he has a bad gambling problem. So I'm hoping he gets help with that. You know, there's one thing that I'll tell you about getting help. Go get it. There's too much stuff out there. Stress can kill you. Go out and get help. You know, whether it's an addiction or stress or grief or whatever. You know, there's all sorts of ways to get help. What's up, Sammy Stocks? What's going on, bro? I've not ever heard Sammy trying to say he was trying to kill Joey Gallo. Yeah, he said it on my interview when I interviewed with him. Do you guys think Diddy will serve more time than Tommy Reynolds? No. No, I don't. But we don't know what I mean, we'll see. We'll see if there's more indictments coming. This question's asked to me literally every time I do a show. I have no idea. I think he probably just wasn't interested in doing this kind of content anymore. Yeah, they are. Do I 100% think Panisi's channel isn't being shadow banned or sabotaged? No. No. Who sabotaged how? How would that even work? What do you think they're hack? What do you think the mob's hacking his channel so he doesn't do videos? People that say they're shadow banned, they're not shadow banned. Why would YouTube care? Why would YouTube care about the videos he's putting out? I've said before, John Panisi's channel is not sabotaged. He doesn't do good titles. He doesn't put any effort into putting his video. He has great content, but you have to. There's a reason I title things the way I do because it gets people to watch them. That's the goal. Like, let's look at his channel for a second. I'm not going to play his videos, but let's look at his channel. Like some of his videos, like the titles are fine. Like you'll get people to watch them. Like for instance, the video he just put out, Michael Meldish hit. Like I don't know, like that title sucks. Like you got to do a better title than that. Like why did the mob kill Michael Meldish? Why did Stephen Creo order Michael Meldish to be hit? Why did Matty Madonna? Like you got to do something spicy. Like, what is this title? Mob jealousy. What is that even? Oh, and then you click on it, and it's like a Q&A. Like, why not do like former mobster answers your mafia questions? That would get him significantly more views than just titling it Mob Jealousy. Like, what is this title? Mega Mafia. Okay. What would that be about? So it's about mafia in Italy and Sicily. Like, why isn't Frank Cali's name in the title? Frank Cali's a big name. This isn't a bad one. Like, that's a good thumbnail. That's a good title. And look, it got 15,000 views. That's a good title. Like this photo, new photo of Barney. Like ex-mob informant has a new photo of Barney Baloma, the boss of the Genovese family. Like, I think just in some simple tweaks, he'd get way more views on his videos. But hey, I'm just a consultant, you know. But he'll chalk it up as I'm being sabotaged, you know. Like this is a great title. John Gotti's treasured captain, Natalie Rikiki. That's a great video right there. Like I'm super interested in Big Chris Rikiki. That's an interesting video. Sit down over a dog. Not a great one either. Why mobster wanted other mobster killed over a dog? Like, I don't know. You got to think about it. What would make me want to watch this video? I don't know. Just my opinion. How long ago did I live in South Philly? 2010s. Thank you. It's someone's kid, possibly. Again, I asked Mikey Scars. He said he's never seen the kid before. Yeah, but it's still jail. No. No, I haven't heard anything. Yeah, stop saying that. His videos are too short. Yeah, that could be another thing too. YouTube doesn't like short videos. They want videos that they can promote and put ads on. A 2-minute video ain't gonna work. But I'll just say he comes across as a guy who doesn't want opinions from people like me. He doesn't like me for sure. So I'll just do him on my own channel. Robert Jamie, Billy Luna is a clown. You would be correct. Billy Luna is a complete fucking clown. Talk about a guy that lives on his fucking knees. Billy Luna pissed me off. By the way, Billy, I could have completely ethered you, but I'm not going to. But do me a favor, Billy, shut the fuck up. All right. Don't bring me up. Don't put my, what you think I look like in a thumbnail. And I know you'll use this. Look, Jeff's triggered. No, you're a fucking simp who lives on his knees for another man. Billy, you begged me to do your little show. I did it. I didn't charge you for it. I did it out of the kindness of my heart. And this is a thanks I get from you. Who the fuck do you think you are? I should never mention your name because you're not worth me talking about. Talk about a guy that lives on his knees. Have you guys heard his videos? He would blow Joey Molino if he could. If Joey said, take my cock out and put it in your mouth, Billy, and suck it balls deep, he would do it. 1,000%. All right. What do you think about the Phillies series against the Mets? Crazy winning game 2. Nolan the mound tomorrow. Sean Manaea from Mets. Don't know who he is. Sean Manaea used to pitch for the Athletics years ago. I think the Phillies get back on track tomorrow night. I think they'll win. I like JP shows. So do I. Have I seen Penguin yet? No, I haven't. I heard it's pretty good though. What's up, JoJo? The Penguin wants to be like the Sopranos so bad. Yeah, I've heard about that. Billy Lune is a dick rider. Yes, he is. I kind of want to play his video just so you can hear him talk. He is literally he's like Joey's like simpy spokesperson. Joey good in New York. Joey Merlino takes over New York. These guys want to beat Joey Merlino so bad. It's like, no, we don't, bro. We really don't. We really, really don't. What's up, Albert? Mike 765, $5 Canadian. Thank you, Mike. Hello, I watch your channel. Sometimes you got some good content. Thank you, Mike. I really appreciate that, brother. Welcome. Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate it. Thank you for watching. The Penguin is the shit. All right. I haven't checked it out. Yeah, it's funny when we're relating. That's a great point, JJ. Billy Luna is Joey Molino's Xavier James. If we know who Xavier is to Sammy, that's what Billy Luna is to Joey Molino. Appreciate that, William. Thank you. I absolutely will. He glazes like no other. No, I'm not kidding. I've not ever seen a guy that glazes another dude more than him. It's insane. I've seen a video of his, and it's like it's fucking wild, dude. It's wild. When I tell you that guy, he was all over me to do a show. Come on, and he was super cool. He was nice, and then it's just I hear him talking, calling me a mob dork or something. It's like, dude. First of all, I have second biggest show on this fucking platform. Who the fuck are you? What do you have? 5,000 subs? Stay in your fucking lane and shut up. Do what you're told. Other than the Penguin being OC, it is nothing like the Sopranos. Well, no, I'll just watch Gamora again. That's what I'll do. Billy has no shame. He has his face buried up Joey's ass. Yeah, I know. How long have I had my channel? I've had my channel since late 2021. What is it like living in Canada? What? No. Bob Ross. Thank you, Bob Ross. I appreciate that. You're a very kind man, Bob Ross. Thank you. What else do we have tonight? Anything else, folks? Ladies and gentlemen? Fuck that shit. Mets, Mets, Mets. I'm not going to say Metsies. Mets, Mets, Mets. All right. We'll see. I don't care. I couldn't care less. I have the Yankees to win the World Series. So Scotty G says need to bring JB on the show. He's welcome to come on whenever he wants. I don't get how he talks about the mob, but has a half-naked woman in the end of the show. I'm not sure who you're talking about. What is that? I live in Little Italy in Toronto. What's up, Giuseppe? Giuseppe Carreri. Thank you for watching, bro. What's up, Hattie? Hey, Don. What's up? Oh, he has a woman at the. I've never seen that. Who the hell is Billy? He's just some guy who does like all Joey content. Like he literally. Matter of fact, I'll play one of his videos. Hang on a second. And he should welcome that I'm doing this because nobody watches him really. So, all right. Where is it? Videos.
Billy Luna.
Once again, these people all criticize Skinny Joey Merlino, but what they're doing is they're riding his coattails for any semblance of relevance and views. The dinosaur of mob reporters in New York, Jerry Capisci, reported that the New York bosses have benched Skinny Joey Merlino, the alleged boss of the Philly Cosa Nostra family. So then the YouTube mob rativerse and dorkiverse sprung into action. And one,
I mean, if anybody's a dork, it's this guy. I mean, Jesus Christ. I mean, how gay. Like, shut up.
once again, rode the coattails of the skinny one for views. Okay, listen, this
It's kind of like what you do on here, dumb fuck. I love these people. Look, I love Snuff, but it's like Snuff used to say this, oh, they ride our dick for views. It's like, well, yeah, it's kind of what we all do. Just like you do it and everybody else does it. It's fucking the internet.
This is off the top of my head. I'm being driven by a lovely lady in a car in Boston. And I decided that I just needed to drop a quick video about this latest nonsense.
I mean, imagine being in a car with a lovely woman, according to what he says, and he's sitting here oogling somebody's cock in his mouth like this.
That's being peddled by know-nothing so-called journalist mob experts.
Please subscribe to the Billy Luna channel and like the video. Thank you.
So basically, Jerry Capisci, he's like the old dinosaur cat in New York. And let me first explain something to you. I'm going to get into all of this. I'm going to explain how this is all BS, okay? But let me just first tell you, you know, everybody who listens to this mob tube, this ever dwindling kind of genre, you guys love stories of true crime. You love stories of Cosa Nostra, this, that, the other. You got to understand, this genre is rife with inaccuracies. Most of the things that they consider to be facts were provided by rats.
Now he hates rats. He's a big rat crusader now. These all guys are so fake, all of them. They're the fakest people. Him and Dominic Correa, all these clowns. They all change their fucking opinions like their fucking underwear. You know, it's so lame. Shut up, dude. Jeff, have you ever heard about Teddy Rowe, who had a bloody battle with the Alpha aka Italian Mafia? If so, can you do a story on him? I did. I talked about him during the Sam G and Khan episode. Tough Teddy Rowe. Yes, I have talked about him. Thank you, Dwayne Glover. Appreciate it. This is comical. LOL. Yeah. Well, It's corny. It's what it is. Who's my next interviewee? I guess you have to wait and see. Anthony Williams, what's going on? Thank you for watching. All right, guys, I'm out of here. Everybody have a great evening. Thank you for watching. Appreciate you checking out the show. If you're still here and you want to comment and it's after the show and you want to talk about OC SHORTZ or Mikey or RJ, feel free to do it. What do you think? Who's in the wrong here? Let me know in the comments below. I will see you all again real soon. Again, new video coming out tomorrow. I hope you check it out. It's a personal story about a journey that I've been on. So make sure you check that out. I definitely get very personal for once. So make sure you check it out. And yeah, I'll talk to you all again soon. Until next time, see you later.